What's going on YouTube? So, have you ever been skating in the rain and realised that you've completely ruined your bearings? I know I have. So this video is going to teach you just how to clean your bearings and get rid of all the rust and stuff. So for starters, you'll need some WD-40. Now this stuff is brilliant. An old rag you don't mind getting dirty. Something to hold your bearings in while you're cleaning them. A skate tool to get your wheels off your skateboard. Oh, and of course some bearings to clean. Now the reason we're using WD-40 is because it drives out the moisture and loosens the rusted parts, and I guarantee if you've been skating in the rain there'll be some rust in your bearings. So first you want to get your rag and then get your wheel off your trucks and separate the bearings from the wheel to clean it. Next you're going to want to take off your bearing cap with a pin. Now I find this a lot easier with rubber bearings, but you can get metal bearings too, which you'll need to do something else to them, which I forget. You should have the main part of the bearing and the old bearing cap, which mine is made out of rubber, which we can just discard for now, but we'll be putting it back on later. Now go grab your container which you're going to clean the bearings in, and go ahead and drop them inside. Now the important bit is to spray just enough WD-40 in the container so that it doesn't completely submerge them, but enough to clean them out completely, if that makes any sense. So it's down to personal preference really. If you think you can get enough in, then that's good. Now you want to close the cap and shake it up like you see here. And now this can last for about 30 seconds to a minute, but you're going to want to make sure it gets all the way through the bearing. I decided to add a little bit extra in just to make sure. Again, shaking it up for just a little bit more, just to make sure. For this next bit you're going to need a few paper towels because it might get a little bit messy. Once you're done removing the cap, you'll want to take out the bearings and carefully pour them on top of the paper towel. Now your bearing should be clean, but it's still covered in WD-40, so we're going to wipe off some of the excess. Make sure you wipe everywhere, but be careful not to pop the bearing out, as this will completely break it and render the bearing useless. Now it should be as good as new. Remember that old bearing cap? Now this is a completely optional stage, but I think it just makes the bearing look that little bit nicer. And there you have it. Now all that's left to do is push the bearing cap back into the bearing by applying a little bit of force. Push the bearing back into the wheel by applying a lot of force. And now your wheel spins at least 10 times better. Thanks for watching guys. If you found this useful, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe for more because there are videos every Tuesday.